Hey everyone, we're Silvertongue. We're going to start with our title track, Arboretum.
Alone I search for company. Those lost souls, aimless and free, created a world between the trees, created a world for a man like me. I be in Mars, spread among the arboretum. Pick up those rocks. I know those girls, they're gonna keep on. If this is life, it's so green, so green. If this is life, it's easy, easy. If I was lost, they found me, found me. Inch by inch, grow me, grow me. I've wandered without a leaf, a feather drifting in the breeze. I'm still learning to trust my feet. Oh, who could love a man like me? Oh, who could love a man like me? I be in Mars, spread among the arboretum. Pick up those rocks. I know those girls, they're gonna keep on. If this is life, it's so green, so green. If this is love, it's easy, easy. If I was lost, they found me, found me. Inch by inch, grow me, grow me. I be in Mars, spread among the arboretum. Pick up those rocks. I know those girls, they're gonna keep on. If this is life, it's so green, so green. If this is love, it's easy, easy. If I was lost, they found me, found me. Inch by inch, grow me, grow me.
Thank you. That one was Arboretum. This next one is called Mount Hood.
flawed game, pawned it off on her. Keep this rat race, we'll be opting out. Always let them down. Well, ain't that just the way? Always let them down. Well, ain't that just the way? Stone Brew, we're playing outside. Mount Hood comes with no prize. Dance on craggy hillside. Celebrate the greatest divide. Always let them down. Well, ain't that just the way? Always let them down. Well, ain't that just the way? The world is different from when we started. You took its soul out and let it harden. The earth is barren, can we redeem it? Left us a puzzle and cut some pieces. Built a flawed game, pawned it off on her. Keep this rat race, we'll be opting out. Always let them down. Well, ain't that just the way? Always let them down. Well, ain't that just the way? Stone Brew, play outside. Mount Hood comes with no prize. Dance on craggy hillside. Celebrate the greatest divide. Always let them down. Well, ain't that just the way? Always let them down. Well, ain't that just the way?
Thank you. That song was Mount Hood. This next one is Peach Rings.
saw you walking, you caught my eye, you caught me looking, but you're with him. Matt's a good friend, stay in my corner, eating peach rings. Not again, that was the last time. I'll stick with Zach, and we'll get real high. I'll grow too anxious, grow too quiet, stay in my corner, eating peach rings. This is not a friend's behave. Keep your love, keep it all away. This is not friend's behave. Keep your love, keep it all away. Ooh, gotta make you feel good. You're gonna leave me here lonely. Ooh, make you feel good, make you feel. This is not a friend's behave. Keep your love away. Oh, this is not a friend's behave. Keep your love, keep it all away. Ooh, gonna make you feel good. You're gonna leave me here lonely. Ooh, make you feel good, make you feel. It's not right. You're not mine. Stand by. Getting too high. Those eyes never satisfied. Stand by. Getting too high. Gotta make you feel good. You're gonna leave me here lonely. Ooh, make you feel good, make you feel.
Thank you. That one was Peach Rings. This next one is called Monster. Don't make that easy to do you. You gotta be out of your head, out of your mind. Push me out that door, out of your life. Don't wake the monster in you. Don't wake the monster in you. Can't have a good time, can you? Don't wake the monster in you. It was a good night. Don't wake it up, don't wake it up. It was a good night, but you woke it up. I will admit I fell in love with you.
out of your head, out of your mind. Push me out that door, out of your life. Don't wake the monster in you. Don't wake the monster in you. Can't have a good time, can you? Don't wake the monster in you. It was a good night. Don't wake it up. Don't wake it up. It was a good night. But you woke it up. You woke it up. Now we're heading out. Tell the boys goodbye. The boys goodbye. And now we're pissed off. Are you happy now? Hope you're happy. And we got one more for you guys. This last song is called Peach Rings. No, it's not. This last one is called, just a fourth time Peach Rings? This next one's called Rain Check. Rain Check. I just need my pick. Yeah, like a few bars. Built my walls unprepared for you to carve right through. Ooh. You chipped the stone away, saw when my heart lay and took your aim. Ooh. You shot me through the rain. The timing was a mess. You shot me through the rain. Was hoping you would miss. I built my walls unprepared for you to carve right through. Ooh. So blind, your love, so kind, until time was right. You kept me in your sight. Timing was a mess. off, I built my walls unprepared for you to carve right through. Ooh. We came, we saw, let's go, follow love away for a rainy day. You shot me through the rain. The timing wasn't made. You shot me through the rain. Was hoping Thank you.
Hello and welcome to Locals Live. Today we're joined by Silvertongue, an indie rock artist based out of Portland, Oregon.
Hey everyone, I'm Dorian. I play bass.
I'm Jake. I play guitar.
My name's Andrew. I am the singer.
And my name is Mel. I play the keys and the synth.
And I'm Joe Henry. I play the drums.
Well, it's great having you guys here today. I was wondering what inspired Silvertongue as your band name.
Band names are super hard to come up with. So in college, we had just like a phone notes app of just a bunch of different band names. There were a lot of silly ones like Goon Cocoon. But we one of our favorite bands is Young the Giant, and they had a song called Silvertongue, and that was one of the names that was already on our list. So we just kind of fell in love with that song. And then we heard it quoted in Django Unchained. He said, "You silver-tongued devil." And we were like, okay, Silvertongue, that's pretty cool. So we kept saying it. It was weird at first because all band names are weird at first, but we love it. It's a good name.
That's awesome. And I see you guys just finished up your first festival actually here in town. I was wondering how that compared to your previous experiences with performing.
It was incredible. Like, we weren't sure what we were going to expect when we went to the festival, but everyone was out there and they came up immediately and started dancing. So the energy was like super crazy and really fun. Andrew had this really cool idea of printing off little monster masks. I thought it was a little silly, a little crazy. And he put them out at the front of the stage and we started playing and people came up and grabbed them immediately and started wearing them. And
That's
the
so
pictures
cool.
turned out so cool. It was really fun.
Awesome. And there seems to be a lot of community support like that behind your latest album, Arboretum. What does that mean to you guys?
It means the world to us. We moved, me, Andrew, and Dorian. I did it the wrong way, but we moved out from Massachusetts in September of 2020, and we put out this album in October, kind of online during COVID, just to kind of stay relevant. Like, hey, we're still here, we still exist, we're playing music. But this is our first album after we moved out to Oregon. We met friends, we started playing around in Portland and stuff like that. So just to finally be able to play music to people and have them hear our songs and have it resonate with them, it's been like really, really great. Especially Corvallis, everybody here has super great energy and they're super supportive and amazing.
Definitely.
So we love it down here too. But yeah, it's been great.
And as you know, there's a lot of new bands and solo musicians coming out with some new music. I was wondering what local music has inspired you guys as a band.
Well, kind of from all over. Like, I think one thing that I love about being in the Pacific Northwest, I didn't have the pleasure of meeting these guys out in Massachusetts, but they've said a lot that the scene here is a lot more supportive than what they've seen on the East Coast, and I think that really rings true. And like some local bands would be like up in Portland, where we mostly play, like Spooky Boys.
Eldest Young Band.
Yeah, Eldest Young. That's another one.
Power Bait.
Power Bait.
Awesome.
Big time, yeah, for sure.
There's so much talent up in
Yeah.
Portland. We've made so many friends, so many great connections, and every band is just so supportive of one another. Like, we all go to each other's shows, even if we're not on the bill. It's just
Yeah.
a really lovely community.
Yeah, the music scene up in Portland's amazing.
We made so many friends down here too.
Yeah, like
Skip the
Angelo,
Millers,
Angelo, Skip the Millers,
Yep.
those guys.
And then we're hoping to play some shows with Common Koi and
Cumrags, another good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. We love that.
Heard Titty
Shout out.
Gremlins.
Titty
pretty good,
Gremlins,
too.
pretty great.
And who writes the majority of your music in the band?
That would be me. There's a few ways to kind of write the music. We either do it like the music first, so I'll just find some chords that I really like, and I'll sit in my room, and I'll literally just loop them for like hours. That's kind of why I write alone, because people get so bored. I'm just sitting there for like 2 hours strumming the same 3 chords, trying to come up with like whatever melodies. And or we'll just jam. A lot of the times Dorian or Jake will come to me with like a guitar riff, or I came up with a bass line for Mount Hood and I brought it to Dorian. I was like, oh, this is really cool. And sometimes it's not exactly how we imagine the song's going to be, so we record it on our phone app and sit on that, and then later on we'll come back once we get a better idea for like the vibe for the song. And then I also sing in the shower a bunch, so sometimes I just write melodies. I'll just hum or sing, and I'll turn it off really quick, and I didn't even wash my hair, and I get out and I record it on my phone just so I
can
have it.
confirm he does sing in the shower.
Yes. It's great.
Sounds like a great creative process, honestly. And how did all of you meet? I know that you guys said that you met each other in Massachusetts, but
So Andrew, Jake, and I, we met in college our freshman year at UMass Lowell. We all started as music majors, and it really just started with us jamming for a while. It kind of took a while for us to actually form the official band, but Andrew had been a songwriter since like early high school. So it was a really nice transition into becoming a band. He already had these songs he was working on, and yeah, and then eventually we all made the move out here, and we're still doing it. And then we picked up 2 more wonderful members.
We used to play with electric drums when we moved out here. It was during COVID, so we didn't even play out here the first year we were here. It wasn't until like last November we started actually booking shows. And because it was COVID, we didn't know any other musicians here. We had a hard time like meeting people the first year. And we used to play with electric drums. And we put a show together with The Departures, which is Joe Henry's other band.
Who are awesome.
Yeah,
I guess he liked us.
And I noticed they had a little computer for drums and keys, so I kind of put it back in my mind. I was like, man, this stuff is really good. Like, they could use like a human drummer maybe. So
yeah, everything just sounds so
Just
much
throwing it
better
out there,
live.
guys. I
yeah,
don't
just
know.
throwing it out there.
And we met Mel, and she used to come to our shows, and she was just always in the front. She was wearing our merch and just
Our
dancing.
first groupie.
First groupie. And we, for our most recent album, we needed I knew once we got drums, we were going to need keyboard and synth for our live stuff because everything was automated. And we were just driving out to the coast one day, and I was like, we really need a keyboardist. And I already knew she played piano since she was a kid, but wasn't
I
even
was like,
thinking
wait
about
a
it.
second.
We all were
I'm
just
a
like,
keyboardist.
wait. So then she got in the studio with us, and she got to experience like all of that stuff for the first time. I think she liked it. Did you like it?
I fucking love it.
And do any of you play multiple instruments? And which ones, if you do?
So I'm originally a guitar player, but I picked up bass for the band, which I've learned to fall in love with. And then Jake also.
Yeah, I play guitar, but I play bass, drums, keyboard, but I don't want to
He's a
I'm
jack
all
of all
right.
trades.
Yo,
a
Jake,
little
you
bit
want to
of
switch with me on this
everything.
next one,
Yeah.
man?
That'd be fun.
I sing, I play guitar, and then I've played saxophone since I was in 4th grade. I don't get to play it too much anymore, but it is on some of our songs. And then similar to Jake, I know a little bit of banjo, a little bit of enough to fool people, enough keyboard and synth to where if I need to record stuff for the album, I can do that from home, but doesn't beat the real thing.
I grew up playing the piano since I was 4, and my dad has always been a big musician, so I grew up around a lot of different instruments. So I learned a little bit of bass and a little bit of guitar, but that's all that I know how to like play.
Yeah, my dad was also a pretty big influence with like what I played. Like I grew up as a little kid like playing guitar, but I mainly just did rhythmic stuff. And then when I was like 6, I moved to the drums, and then I played jazz band in middle school, and that's what like started me off. But I do still play guitar every once in a while and bass, and I took piano lessons for a number of years. So
Wow, sounds like you guys all do everything. And what would your dream venue be to play at?
1, 2, 3. Red
Rocks.
Rocks. We've always just our favorite bands go there all the time.
It's
The
just
picture-
beautiful.
It's
It's the
beautiful. I
prettiest
can't
venue
imagine
I've
a
ever
better
seen.
place. But there's a few others. Like we're from the East Coast, and I used to see a lot of shows at the House of Blues in Boston. And I remember being in college, going to shows there, and just being like, one day we're gonna get on this stage. I know it. So that's definitely on there.
It's all just so beautiful.
Yeah.
Another
I
one,
love
the
Red
Gorge
Rocks.
Amphitheater
Yeah.
Yeah,
on
the Gorge is
Washington is
gorgeous.
George
beautiful.
Washington. Gorge and George Washington. Yeah.
And what inspired your title track, Arboretum?
When we moved out here, we didn't really know anyone. We kind of moved out here pretty blind. We'd never been to Portland before. We just wanted to get out of the East Coast. We thought maybe California. That was our plan for a few years. But then meeting people who have been to Portland, that we were kind of swayed to go there. And we met so many amazing, supportive people. Seems like everyone we meet in Portland is very similar to us with just like what they want to get out of life. And we used to hang out in like the Hoyt Arboretum up in Portland, and our friends would come visit us from Massachusetts, and then our new friends would come hang out, and we would just enjoy each other's company. The song's
community
about
is amazing.
Yeah, it's about meeting like new people, feeling lost, but then you find your community, and we definitely have ours here. We love it.
That's beautiful. And I have an important question for you guys. West Coast or East Coast?
West
Are we gonna
Coast,
burn some bridges
best
here?
coast.
West
Easy.
Coast is the best
Easy
coast.
West
There's definitely the
Agree.
pride of East Coast, and that like won't leave us. There's definitely like we
Yeah.
drive like East Coast drivers. I'm still
Also,
not
you
used to people
talk like
driving
you're from
here.
the East Coast. You don't think you do.
I guess
Really?
I don't, but I'm not even from Boston.
You're
Everyone
like, I'm
says-
talking normally here, Boston. I'm like, no chance, man.
I'll say I'm glad I grew up in the East Coast, but it's going to be hard to get me out of the West Coast.
The East
I
Coast
love it
gave us a
better.
crazy work ethic. When you have to wake up and there's 3 feet of snow outside, and you're still expected to go to work, you definitely.
You have to give yourself an extra hour in the
Yeah, you
morning
definitely-
to
No.
brush off
Yeah.
your car.
Yeah. Oh, our first snow here.
It's
was
like rain,
2
but
inches.
colder.
Everyone shut
Oh.
down. We were like, what?
It was great.
Oh, okay, and last question. Peach rings or Sour Patch Kids?
Want to go around the
I
circle?
think, I think
We'll
the
start
band's a
over
little
here.
split on this one. For me, I was a Sour Patch Kid growing up. But once I've matured, I've really come around to being a Peach Rings man.
All about the peach rings.
Yeah, peach rings, no question.
Easily.
I've had the title Peach Rings for a song for years because I love them so much, and I didn't know what the song was going to sound like. When we wrote this guitar part, I was like, this sounds like Peach Rings, and we just made it about peach rings. Putting peach rings in a song as a lyric is pretty hard, and I love it so much. I made it work.
Maybe peach rings is like an East Coast thing,
Yeah.
apparently.
I was gonna say I hate to be the odd one out, but I think I might be a Sour Patch Kid for sure.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. We'll talk about it after.
Just to like get everyone's dander up. I don't even really like chocolate that much, so
Bad
yeah,
joke.
I'm more of a
Bad
vanilla
joke.
guy myself.
Try it again.
It's
We're still
probably
working
my
the
last
kinks out of
show,
this
but
drummer.
it's been a pleasure working with everyone. I would have to say I would have to say Sour Patch Kids, but I've heard through the grapevine that they got some peach ring flavored Sour Patch Kids.
And we will be
going out.
finding those
So
tonight.
I think that's going to be the move tonight. Check those out.
Yeah, we're all going to have to try those out. Thanks so much for coming tonight. We loved having you on the show, and we loved your music today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Love Corvallis.
Yeah, thank you.
Go Beavs.
Go Beavs.
Go Beavs.
Go Beavs.
And little robots.